The Chitrik Academy is dedicated in loving memory of Rabbi Tzvi Hirsh Chitrik.
Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to learn from Tistayim, the line starts Mechayve, until the Mekema, the line starts Amaravada Baraba. In our previous lesson, we learned that Mafkir Nezakov, if a person places something in Shus Rabim that could cause damages, and then makes it Hefker, so there's a disagreement between Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Lazar. One of them hold that the person will be chayev, he'll be responsible for any damages that can occur, and the second opinion says pater. But we did not learn who says what. Today we are going to discuss this in our Gemara to try to see who holds what opinion. Let us begin the Gemara. Tistayim de Rebbe Lazar hu de Amar. I will bring a proof that Rebbe Lazar is the one who says chayiv. The mafkin zakov, the person will be responsible. The proof is as follows. The Amar Rebbe Lazar, because Rebbe Lazar had said elsewhere, Shum Rabbi Shmuel, in the name of Rabbi Shmuel, Shnei Dvarim, there are two things, the Einam B'Reshusay Shel Adam, they do not belong to the person, the Asan HaKosuv, however the Torah, the Kosuv, the Torah, makes it Ki'ilu Heim B'Reshusay, as if it belongs to them. What are these two things? Ve'elu hein, and these are these things. Number one is bar b'reshus harabim, a pit in a public area, that if someone digs a pit in reshus harabim, even though it doesn't belong to him because it's not in his house, in his property, it's in public property, he'll still be responsible. And the second one is v'chametz mishei shois ulamayla. And chametz on Erev Pesach from 6 hours and on. Let's see these two cases on our board. We see Rabbi Lazar says that there are two cases. Either that in Reshus Harabim, in a public area, a person digs a pit, so it doesn't legally belong to him because it's in Reshus Harabim. However, the Torah will make him responsible. And the second case is chametz on Erev Pesach, after the 6th hour of the day. The chametz, a person cannot have hana, he can't have any benefits from his chametz, so it's sort of like ownerless, it doesn't belong to him anymore. However, he'll still be responsible on Ba'al Yira Ba'al Yimatzeh, that on the Isser that a person is not allowed to have or see chametz in his possession. So even though it doesn't belong to him, in these two cases the Torah makes them chayev. So we see from here that a bar in Reshus Harabim, even though it doesn't belong to a person, Rabbi Lazar says that he will still be responsible. So seemingly, this seems to fit with the opinion that mafkir nezakav, if a person makes something ownerless in Reshus Harabim that could cause damage, he will still be responsible. So it seems from here that Rabbi Lazar is the opinion who says chayiv. This is what the Gemara is saying. So Tistayim, this is from this what Rabbi Lazar said. This is a good raya. Tistayim, it's good raya that Rabbi Lazar is the one who says the mafkin zakov is chayev. Now the Gemara is going to ask a question. So the question starts from here, from Umi. Umi Amar Rabbi Lazar hachi. Did Rabbi Lazar really say this statement? V'ha'amar Rabbi Lazar ibcha. Rabbi Lazar said elsewhere the opposite. Let us see. Ditnan, it says in a Mishnah, ha'haifech es agalal b'reshus harabim. This Rosh Tevis is b'reshus harabim, in a public area. So it says in Mishnah, if someone turns over galal means trash, means garbage, in a public area, it was in one area and he flipped it over. V'huzak behem achar, and then someone else tripped over it and got hurt. Chayiv b'niskoi, the person who turned over this garbage will be chayiv, be responsible for the damage caused to this person. This is what it says in the Mishnah. V'amar Rebbe Lazar, and Rebbe Lazar said there, Lo shanu, when is the person going to be responsible to pay for damages? When he flipped over the garbage, he had in mind to liskos behem, to be zeiche, to acquire them, to acquire it. Avol lo niskaven liskos behem. But if the person did not have intention to acquire it, pater, he will not be responsible. So now the Gemara is ending off their question. Alma, it seems from here, mafkin zakav pater. It seems that Rabbi Elazar says that if this person had a mind to acquire it, he has to pay. Otherwise, even though he moved it around, so he acquired it, but because he doesn't want it, he is pater. So we see that Rabbi Elazar holds that mafkin zakav is pater, not chayev. So it seems like Rabbi Elazar is the opinion who says that it's pater, because in this case the person moves something in Shus Rabim, but if he doesn't want it, he doesn't need to keep it, and he does not need to be chayev. So from this Mishnah, it seems like Rabbi Elazar holds the other way around. The mafkin zakav is pater, because he says the person is only chayev if he wants to acquire it, but if he just moves it around, which is a way of acquiring something, but if he doesn't want it, he can make it hefker, and he doesn't have to be responsible. So Gemara answers, let's put an A for the answer. Omer Rav Ada bar Ava, this is his name, Rav Ada, the son of Ava, said, Shechzira limkaima. In this case is referring to if the person returned it to its original place, then he will not be responsible. Let us see. If a person's walking down the street, and he finds on the floor some garbage. Right, this is the street, and he finds some garbage on the floor, and he rolls it over. He rolls it over from here and moves it to over here. So if someone else comes along and trips over it, so the Mishnah says that this person will be responsible. That is what it says. So Rabbi Elazar said he'll only be responsible if he wants to keep it. If when he moved it here he wanted to keep it, then he is responsible. But just moving it from here to here does not make him responsible, even though generally when you move something you become responsible for it. But Rabbi Elazar will say that the person will be pater. So this Rabbi Elazar will say that if he does not want it, then he will be pater. So seemingly from here, the mafkin zakav is pater. So Rabbi Ada bar Ava answers that no, after he moved it to here, he then moved it back and returned it to its original place. So because it's in its original place now, it's as if he never moved it. Therefore, that's why he'll be pater if he doesn't want it. However, in a regular case, maybe Rabbi Elazar will really hold the mafkin zakav is chayev. And this is the end of this lesson.